Tomorrow is sentencing day for a Buffalo man who killed his girlfriend's 5-year-old son. 27-year-old Matthew Kudzel was convicted of the murder and sexual assault of Eain Brooks. News 4's Emily Gugamas joins us now with more on this. Emily?
Don, Matthew Kudzel faces 50 years. Eain Brooks' grandmother hopes he spends the rest of his life in prison so he can never hurt another child. It's one of the most horrific cases of child abuse Western New York has seen. Matthew Kudzel abused his girlfriend's son, Eain Brooks, to the point of killing him. He also sodomized the 5-year-old.
Just praying for the best that they give him life without parole.
Kudzel was found guilty of second-degree murder and predatory sexual assault. Eain's death devastated his family and has torn them apart. His grandmother, Robin Hart, no longer speaks to her daughter, feeling she is partly to blame.
In my eyes, she should be held responsible too. But obviously the DA feels that they're not going to press charges because she cooperated in the investigation against Matt.
Hart says she called CPS 4 times trying to protect her grandson.
It's the first time he came down here with a bump on his head because he supposedly threw him on the bunk bed. Then he had a black eye. Then he had the burned face. Then he had the double black eyes.
She says CPS failed her grandson.
CPS has got to change to be able to step in and get these children out.
This year, CPS saw new reforms, thanks in part to the Brooks case. The state is now required to track repeated reports of abuse and neglect.
Instead of taking each and every incident as an isolated incident, it takes into account previous reports of abuse.
Hart says Eain isn't the only child who suffered through this horrible tragedy. Eain has a sister who was born after his death.
Now there's a baby girl out there that I pray to God never knows who her father is, what he did, and never is in the hands of her mother.
She urges the public to step in if they see a child mistreated.
People's got to start standing up and doing something. If they don't, more kids are going to die.
We will bring you Matthew Kudzel's sentence as soon as it becomes available tomorrow on News 4 and WIVB.com.